up, guys? Sorry, I totally forgot to. That's supposed to be hidden. There we go. Well, I guess you got a little bit of a preview of what we've got going on later in the stream. But hey, everyone. Oh man, now I'm like flustered and like, ugh. So,
Fine, it's Friday. It's a good
yeah,
day.
it's Friday. Thank God. Like, I feel like I've gotten a lot of stuff done this week, but at the same time, again, like it's just not enough. You know,
Yeah.
It's been one of those weeks.
Yeah, I had lofty goals this week and I did not hit them all.
I actually I was pretty successful with my goals this week, which is why I was telling you earlier, like I feel like since I got everything done that was like on the top of my to-do list, like today I just like relaxed and didn't do anything except mess around on Canva. So like
That's okay though.
yeah, I mean I added some sparkles at the bottom and like I made the little cat Happy Pride Month deal at the bottom. So like that's good.
Yeah.
That's productive as far as I'm concerned for today. So oh yeah. But anything exciting happen in the fish room this week or was it just kind of low key?
It's pretty low key for the most part. I moved some longfin white cloud minnows and some melanistic gambusia outside well, not today, but this last couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Last night? Was it last night? I think it was last night.
It all blurs together.
Time's irrelevant, I think.
Well, did you does that mean you got your ponds and stuff planted and like did you get your tub like exchanged or whatever?
I did. Yeah.
Nice.
And it's already, and we saved all the water out of it because it had already been going for like a month.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, I'm not wasting that good water. So we put it in an IBC tote and then drained it back in when we got the new tub. So it was good. Otherwise, I got 4 more 40 breeders and a 60 breeder that I need to.
4 more. Damn, I'm jealous. I would like 2 more if I could.
Yeah.
If I could, but I would probably get murdered in my sleep right now if I tried to get more tanks.
I told Sean, I'm like, yeah, I'll probably get the 60 breeder too. And he's like, well, maybe you just hold off on that. I'm like, no, I'm getting it.
I'll probably get it. I mean, it's there. Yeah. Also, one thing that I was thinking about was that, you know how Petco and all of them are, they changed the tanks.
Christopher says he can't see me behind the chat.
Oh, no. Can everybody else see Jodi? Because, like, she's definitely there for me. So if anyone would confirm that she is in fact present and accounted for, that would be super great. So Nancy B sees you.
Cool.
And
Christopher's on watching it on the TV.
Oh, yeah. That could be
Oh, it's a TV thing, Cheryl said.
Oh, well, that's annoying. Hold on. Let me see. I wonder if it's something that I'm doing on my end or if...
Cheryl said it's a TV thing and you have to...
Because I don't have the comments on stage, like, setting switched. I don't know if that matters.
No, I don't see them, like, on our screen, but... Well,
okay, that's a TV thing where you, like, can see the chat in front of them. Yeah, I know what they're saying now, but...
Okay, I've never experienced that. I've never watched on TV.
Oh, I watch on TV all the time. Girl, that is the way.
Well, it doesn't work if I'm on the go.
Yeah, you're always on the go, though, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you know what it means to, like, relax and watch YouTube on TV, because that is a wonderful way to spend a Saturday morning.
Yeah,
for me.
I have it on my phone, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I can't believe that you're such a mobile user. Like, it makes sense because you're legit always doing something, like, out of the house. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, that is not how I enjoy YouTube for the most part.
I'm so used to it, though. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, Nancy says that you don't sit still long enough to watch it on TV.
I don't sit down until like 8 o'clock in the evening, and then I fall asleep,
Yeah.
not too much longer after that. I've been trying though. I've been
Nice.
trying to stay up and make some people stuff
Yeah.
at like the 9:30 slot. And
Well, maybe one day you'll make it to New Local Austin stream that starts at 11 and ends at like 12:30 or 45. Maybe
yeah.
one day. If you can't sleep, there's always a stream going on Wednesdays anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty much time travel from the time I go to bed to the time I wake up.
That's so unfortunate too cuz like I dream all the time and if I don't dream that's odd. So like
Yeah.
I mean, I wish that you could dream only if you have good dreams though. So
Yeah, I can't remember the last one I had. That's fine.
I mean, I dreamt of like fish room progress the other day, which was great because then I actually got it done. But sometimes like you can't if you've been working on something for so long and then you dream about it, you can't escape it.
Right.
You never get like a real break or anything. So
Yeah.
anyway, um but how many 40 breeders did you get? 3 or 4?
Four. Four
4.
more. Yeah. So I'm
And
going to move some of the smaller tanks off the bottom rack.
okay.
And yeah, I'll be making a stand for a 48 and 8 5.5s. And then a 40 and a 60 are going to go on the bottom.
Mhm.
And then I'll have to make another stand to house some other maybe 10s and 20s. So that way I can add some more 40s to the top rack.
Okay. That's so are you gonna have any tank you have tanks on the not on the ground, but like low right now,
Yeah.
right? So are
Yeah.
you still gonna have them
Yeah.
or okay, they're just
Yeah.
gonna be different.
Yeah, it'll just be all 40s. I'd like to get it so it's all pallet racking because that's what we had. And
Uh-huh.
it's, I mean, a really inefficient size because it's 40 inches deep.
Yeah.
So, but it's 8 foot long.
Long. Yeah.
So I can have
You could
like
even put a
two,
40
because I
breeder
like
long range on it.
everything. Not the marine land ones I can't.
Mm.
Um, but it's a really, and if I don't like it when you have to reach in that far to do any
Oh yeah.
maintenance. So they're
I
all,
mean, do you have
we'll
like
call it like
3-foot arms?
landscape mode.
Yeah.
And it just makes it so much easier. So yeah,
Yeah.
I can fit 4 40s on the bottom if it's all 40s, and then like a
Mhm.
20 long at the end. But because it's pallet racking, it's got a stupid diagonal strut,
Mhm.
support bar, and it makes it just a real big pain in the butt on that
Yeah.
end. So I only have 120 long down there because it's a little easier to get into.
Yeah.
But when I first started picking up tanks, I was just going to PetSmart and getting their top fins, which I don't know how they call those a 40-gallon. They are
Mhm.
way smaller than the Marine Land
Mhm.
or the Aqueons, and
Oh.
I can fit 5 top fin 40s on the bottom,
Well,
but
that's that
not the
like
Marine Lands.
that gets me too because I was gonna say earlier, like all the Petcos and stuff are switching over to the Imaginarium brand tanks,
Yeah.
which makes me want to like go out and buy up all the rest of like the Aqueons that I
Mhm.
can find because it bothers the living crap out of me when like the tanks don't match, and so you've
Yep.
got like a thick black rim on 3 in a row and then all of a sudden you've got a little half-inch one. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it
Yeah.
makes my
It makes my
spine
brain hurt
hurt.
too, but that's what I did, and
Like,
that's what I'm stuck with. So, whoops.
yeah, but
They're still perfectly good tanks, and
yeah, oh, of course
it's
they're great
fine.
tanks, like nobody's questioning that, but like, oh, the way it looks, like I think in a video I sent you earlier this week, um while I was testing out my microphones and stuff, I have one of the tanks on the top row is kind of like wonky because I have 320s in a row and they don't all fit just right on the rack. And so like there's one wonky tank and then the other two are level and it's just like it drives me nuts. But I mean the one on the end isn't filled up yet, so it's just
Yeah.
sitting there for now. But still,
Yeah.
that drives me insane. But let's go ahead and say hello to all the
Yeah.
people that are here. Um And would you look at that? I already have it ready to go this week. I'm kind of like on my game.
Look at you.
So I know. It's just this week though, guys. Don't get used to it. So we've got Sketty Nona, My Fish Tank Aquatics, Uncle Smiley's Aquariums, CR Fish, which is Cheryl, Jonathan G, The Prodigal Aquarist, Vibes Aquatics, Sleeper Barbecue Grills to Gills, Fuzzy KR, Flatbed Aquatics, The Zen Ginger, Nancy B in Tennessee. Oh, Bare Bottom Branton is in. What's up, Branton?
Right?
Fish Fam Link, Mexicali Fishkeeper, Christopher Junkin, Stephen P made it in, and Jenna P is here. What's up, guys? Let's see. Nick at Hard Water Propagation. Love to Trip on Fish, aka RJ. I like that. Only Oscars, Empire of Dirt Aquatics, aka Mr. Jeff Kane, Skipper's Aquariums, and Asaya Llewellyn. So, hey guys, thanks for coming in. And hopefully this will populate up a little bit like more as maybe more people come in, maybe they won't. Yeah. Whatever. But only Oscars. Did I say your name? I see you in the chat, but I don't see you in the participants list. Did I say only Oscars? Did I say June?
I don't remember.
Well,
hello.
I'm pretty sure. Hello. I'm so sorry that
and Karen and Lisa
not popping up. And then Lisa the Wolf just came in, as well as Karen Junkin, here to moderate Christopher's behavior, as I'm sure that's what she's doing. Oh, man. Christopher says I would go crazy in his house right now. Been consolidating tanks and ready to move, so tanks are out of place and everything. It's not so much the out of place tanks. It's literally like when you have, like in my fish room, I have all the same lights, kind of like Master Breeder Dean does. He like lights it all the same, and then all the tanks are the same brand. So like they're all, I don't really care about the brand of the tank per se, but as long as it looks identical, that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, that's just me being finicky, I think.
Yeah, but, Aqueons and Marinelands are pretty similar.
Yeah.
But definitely the top fin ones can suck it.
That's funny. But yeah, so I guess did you have any lows for the week? Or hopefully no lows, but
not really.
No?
Not this week. Nobody died.
Oh, nobody, that's wonderful. Love that for you.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty excited. I've been keeping, this is my second round of blueberry snails, and cool. I've had them going since March now. The first round did not go well. I thought I had prepared the tank well enough, but obviously I did not. But one thing that I'm finding is working really well for them is I use a lot of like bacteria powders and like foods that are designed for Caridina shrimp.
Yeah.
So like a lot of like powder, like Bacteria E goes in there. I have this stuff. I have it right here. It's called Freya's Finest Bacteria Powder that I got from, I think, Lucky Aquatics. I don't know if you guys can see that, but probably not. Put it on my head. But that and like the Shrimp Fit, which has beta glucan in it and stuff like that. So that's been going really well. I mean, I think I've got something like, I think I counted 15 babies in there.
Nice.
Which is ridiculous. But I know that they tend to have, like, they throw out babies whenever they're really stressed, like right after shipping, for example. And so you get like a ton of babies right when they arrive, but then all the adults die, which is what happened the very first time that I tried to keep them.
Okay.
And so this time I still have adults. I have at least 5. So I don't I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because that's just
I have blueberry snails too, and I know I've definitely lost a couple since I've got them, but they have produced babies, so I know I still have at least 6 in there. I started with 6, and I
Yeah.
saw 4 babies, but they're in my 230, so they're not getting a special diet.
Yeah.
They're eating what everybody else eats,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you watched Dan's live stream, but he had mentioned the blueberry snails being filter feeders.
Yeah. Which is
I
why
have
I was
yet to
doing the
see that.
powders and stuff. Yeah.
I have yet to see them eat at the water line like that,
Really?
or
I
even mid-water.
Yeah. I like so with the bacteria powders and the blueberry snails, like I'll put it in, and lately I've been lazy and I haven't like mixed it up beforehand
Yeah,
and then poured it in the tank. I've just like taken the little scoop and been like, hope that's good enough. And it'll dissolve in the water and everything. But I've seen so many of the baby blueberry snails up on the leaves and eating the powder that I've just put in. So I would like I would assume that they feed both ways, but maybe they do filter feed out of the water column.
yeah.
But yeah. Oh,
I yeah, I can't say I've seen it, but I also can't say I was looking for it
yeah.
until last night, or well, Wednesday night. But
I
anyway,
mean,
June was asking, is there a lot of colors of mystery snails? And there
mhm,
is. So there's gold, ivory, chestnut, magenta, purple, brown, blue, jade.
mhm, yep.
I think there's 8 colors.
Mhm.
And I have not been able to trust a golden since the first proposed goldens I got, because they turned out to be apple snails, and apple snails will destroy your tank if it's
Yeah, they're
planted.
invasive, are they not?
Yeah, and highly illegal.
Yeah. So maybe don't get that
Yeah,
going.
I mean, it's pretty characteristic when you have an apple snail. One, they destroy plants, they will
Mhm,
devour duckweed. And that is how I got duckweed in my room, because I'm like, well, I'll just feed them while they're here, I guess, until I hear what I need to do with them.
mhm.
And so they were in a bare tank with a boatload of duckweed, and they would clear that out overnight.
Wow.
And then I thought to myself, well, I can keep that from the other tanks.
Yeah. What a
Okay.
noob move. What a
It
noob
was a
move,
new
dude.
move. Oh well.
But yeah, that's actually
It's
was one of
fine.
my New Year's resolutions, along with like Stephen P. and I think Corey. They had some streams like at the beginning of the year that they wanted to keep their tanks like duckweed free or duckweed free by 2026. And so I kind of like casually joined in with their little endeavor. And honestly, like I would say I'm at least 90% of the way there. Like I've
Mhm.
stayed on top of it, and like it's out of a lot of tanks, which is great. But it's kind of just sneaky as shit and
It
gets
really
in
is.
some of the tanks, and I think that they're all clean, but then they're not. Um, but yeah, Nancy said that she thinks that Dan was feeding the magic small fish food from the co-op,
Yeah, that's
and
what he said.
I also feed that in because I've got lots of little teacup platy fry in there that'll
Mhm.
just like munch on that and eat it up. Um, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if they actually eat that or like they just eat it because it happens to be on the bottom. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
We had a couple more people come in. We had
Oh.
Petlin, Brian. Hi, Brian. Nick at Hardwater Propagation. Um, I think maybe that was it.
Well, on my list, I've got Moto Guppy. I think you're new. I don't think you've been in
He's
before. I don't
he said he
recognize the
finally made
name.
a stream, but I've definitely seen Moto Guppy around. He's
Yeah.
also on a Discord.
Oh, right on.
And I sent him some Galaxy Blue Tail Guppies.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
That's awesome. And then we've got Skull Aquatics.
Yep.
Peplin Creek Aquatics is in, Toonie Loon, and the Bipolar Fish
Oh,
Keeper. So,
oh, Junie and
what's up,
Ben.
guys? Thanks for coming in, hanging out with us on a Friday evening.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, uh. Oh my goodness. Christopher has been married to his wife for 31 years in August. Well trained. That's funny.
Yeah. I like Bug Buffet too, Christopher, a lot.
Oh, are y'all talking about Bug Buffet? I'm sorry, I must not
He
be up
said
to
he
date
liked
with that.
it for his blueberry snails, but he doesn't keep them anymore.
Oh, I did not know. Hold on. I'm just scrolling, trying to get to the bottom. There we go. Bug Buffet is easily like the smallest, like easiest thing to get into
Yeah,
the water for tiny fry that I've
it's so
ever tried.
great.
And
Yeah.
I love it so much. I just wish that they wouldn't make me sign for my shipments. I'm
Maybe don't
still
try a bulk order next time.
I'm
I don't know.
I am just holding a grudge against you, Nick. If you ever watch this stream, yeah. But like that's the only downside that I've ever had with it. Like everything loves it, especially the Mellis,
Hmm.
Pseudomygils. They love that, and got them to breed finally and spawn on it. It's great. It's good stuff. So I
Yeah,
know it's expensive relative to like other foods that are out there, but like in my opinion, it's worth it.
and
It's
it
kind of
goes
like
so far too.
yeah, it's like a
Like you
really
can
dense
feed a
food I
lot with
find.
one pellet.
Oh yeah. I always like mix it
Crumble
up
it.
even though he used to I guess he must have changed the formula because my first bag of it was like super easy to kind of grind up and toss in the
Yeah.
tank, just like powderize it. But now like I must have like very soft ladylike hands because I like try to crush it and it takes a minute for it to like grind up
My green
fine and
cuisine is
everything.
like that this time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But now
Yeah.
I think the green cuisine is supposed to be a little bit more like I don't know, like I don't know the glued together, but that's obviously it's a food, like it's not glued, but like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be more like that for the
Yeah.
plecos and everything. But
Yeah. And actually, I don't mind dropping in a pellet because it puffs up and goes
yeah,
soft
it
really
definitely
quick.
does. Yeah.
But, for some things, I really like to be able to spread that throughout the water column. And
Mhm.
it's just really hard to do. And I mean, I've had bags where it's come and it's basically in powder form just from getting beaten up during shipping. And
Yeah.
even the pellets that were still whole were easy to crumble. But
Yeah.
I've had it now 3 or 4 times where it's like just slightly different each time. So I can't say it's super consistent,
Mhm.
in terms of its how well it holds itself together or
Yeah.
crumbles, but I sure like it.
Oh yeah. And Branton number 1 says that he hasn't had to sign for his bug buffet. Okay, well if you order 3 bags at a time, then let me know if you have to sign for it because that like I didn't have to sign for my single bag, but then 3 bags, yes I did.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and then like I ordered Bug Buffet and Green Cuisine at the same time. And so I got the
yeah.
2 big bags, but I didn't have to sign for that either. So at least you can
Mhm.
get 2 and not have to do it.
I know. I'm just problematic apparently. But then Branton also said that the green cuisine reminded him of snowflake food for
Yeah.
shrimp. And
Hey, Barbara.
absolutely 100%. That's what it reminds me of a lot. I'm glad you
I've
said that.
never used snowflake food before.
It's awesome. I love that stuff. It doesn't I think it's like what is it? Either soy or barley hulls for the most part. That's the main ingredient and it kind of like it goes in as like a normal size pellet, but then it puffs up.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah. So and shrimp love it,
Gotcha.
and it doesn't. Especially for caradina, it's important because it doesn't foul your water.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about putting in too much. If there's too much in there, well, oh well, they'll just keep eating it and keep eating it, and it won't ruin your water, and you don't have to do a water change. So
Gotcha.
that's fantastic. But
Yeah.
you did kind of bring up a nice segue about shipping
Huh.
into the conversation. I wonder if that was on purpose.
Nope. Nope. Actually, it was not. But here we are.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's actually one of the things that we were going to talk about today was shipping because you've had great success with I think what is your latest video? out
Yeah.
on your channel. Maybe it's your latest or second latest. I'm not sure. Um,
Yeah. I think it
but
was
you went
my
over,
latest.
yeah, but you went over how you ship your fish, and even I
Mhm.
learned something about like shipping fish from watching your video, which was super helpful. Um,
Thanks.
and one of the things that I really like is that you kind of go over all of the different steps that it takes in order to ship fish well.
Yeah.
Um, and you want to like go over your process a little bit and kind of tell everyone who hasn't seen your video
Sure.
what it's like.
Well, like it's not like I invented this method. I borrowed it from Dan. Um, so that's when I was first learning how to try to ship fish. That's who I watched and was like, okay, I really like that.
Hmm.
So I withhold food for 48 hours before they get shipped. And then they at least get pulled 24 hours, somewhere between that 24 and 48-hour mark. So they're
Hmm.
in a bucket of clean, fresh water, not aged tank water. It's just
Yeah.
clean well water.
Hmm.
And my well water comes in pretty clean. It's hard, but it's clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then just an air stone. And that's where they sit with a little bit of salt in the bucket usually
Hmm.
until they go in a bag. And then, they get bagged up with clean, fresh water. I keep an extra bucket aerating so I can pull from that instead of
Hmm.
the water that they were sitting in.
Yeah.
Um, and then like a 5-gallon bucket, I'll fill it up halfway and put a teaspoon of salt in there.
Hmm. That
Maybe
was
a
the
little
one thing
bit.
that I hadn't thought of was putting some salt. Like I've heard of people putting dechlorinator in, like extra, like a little extra squirt of prime or something like that, to
Yeah,
like cancel out the ammonia. And I like to use I'll put like a little square of like ammonia pad in the bag
yeah.
itself. I've had
I
good
tried
success
that
with
out
that.
for the first time
Hmm.
this last round of shipping too. And I
Yeah.
was happy with that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's kind of how they get prepped, and they get a little slippy slide right into the bag when they get put in, so they're not just doing a face plant into the water from 12 inches up because
Yeah.
it's 12 or 14-inch
Sounds
long
traumatic.
poly bag, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean I don't want to belly flop either.
Yeah.
Ow. So um, yeah, then you partially seal the bag so there's enough room to stick the little handheld air gun from the oxygen tank in there. Add some oxygen, go back and reseal it, then give it a double seal,
Yeah.
and then double bag it.
Nice. Okay. Um, I know I said that I would send you some extras, but like, the you're talking about the double seal, and then like double bagging.
Mhm.
So, how thick is the seal that you're using on your impulse sealer? Is
If
it the
you,
one that it comes with? It's like super small and thin.
it's not really though. And I don't know, mine's a U line. I
Yeah.
have not really measured it, but it's definitely more than a millimeter.
Yeah.
Um, but it also kind of depends. If you don't like press and hold that bar
Hmm.
down, you get a very thin seal. If you
Yeah.
press and hold it for an extra second or two, it's a
Hmm.
thicker seal.
Yeah, and what I didn't realize until somewhat recently is that on an impulse sealer, you can swap out super easily the actual metal piece that makes the seal. So instead of having like a millimeter or two thick seal, you can actually increase it to be like 4 or 5 millimeters. So you get like a super thick seal
Mhm.
instead of like what it normally comes with. And I
Right.
know like on Amazon, it came in a pack of 10. And I know I told you I would send you some. So, but I don't know if everybody realizes that is that
Yeah.
those pieces are swappable. So you don't have to, if you're not pleased with the the thickness of the seal that you get on your bags, then it's easy to switch out.
Yeah.
I think even Kelly Foreman could do it. It's that much of a DIY. So I don't think she would complain about it. But speaking of the bags, what kind of thickness bags are you using?
4 mil.
4 mil? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I instead, so I think, did you say you got the Uline bags that come like pre-sealed.
Yeah. Oh, they're
Yeah.
not, I mean, they are on one end.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yep. So they're open on one, sealed on the other. I
Mhm.
seal the corners on one end
Yeah.
of the bag so
Mhm.
the fish can't get, trapped and pinched
Stuck.
during
Yeah.
shipping. If for some reason the bag was to collapse a little bit or,
Mhm.
something happens, then they don't get trapped in the corners.
Yeah.
But I only do it on one end because when the bags are full of oxygen at the top,
It's hard to
and they're
cut
sitting right side up. So unless, your shipping carriers are a bunch of D bags, they
it.
shouldn't be upside down.
Yeah. Um, and you use 4 mil, and I ended up going with 6 mil poly tubing, which is exactly like what Jodi's using, except that her bags are sealed on one end, but my bags are open on both ends. So I can kind of
Yeah.
like, the thing that I like about that is that I can kind of like custom length those so
Yeah. So
that
did
I
you
can send
use on
like
a
a tube
roll?
of shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's on a roll, and
Yeah.
it's super easy to like pull out a piece however big you need it. Um,
Yeah.
and like you were saying about oxygen, you put that into your bags as well right before you ship them,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So that's why you partially seal it. You'll right on the edge of the sealer is a raised plastic part where
Hmm.
the top bar comes down and rests on.
Yeah.
So I keep part of the bag off, and so it leaves a little gap there, just enough for me to insert the nozzle on that air gun,
Hmm.
and then I just pinch it and move it back over to the sealer.
Hmm.
And then I like to slide the long end of the bag across,
Yeah.
and so that way
Yeah. So it stays
you're
open. Yeah, it's not
well,
squishy.
no, it doesn't stay open. It keeps the oxygen from escaping as you're pulling
Yeah.
that bag across because it keeps it flat.
Yes. Yeah. I knew what you meant. And in my mind, that's what came out of my mouth. But yes, agree 100% that I also
Yeah.
do that.
It took me a few tries to get it right, but once you do it a few
It does
times,
take
you
a
get
little
it.
practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And I think we had Geek Boy come in too. So
oh,
hello, Geek Boy.
what's up, Beak? Oh, and Barbara Jackson, Fish the
Yes.
Keeping.
Oh, hey,
And
Donnie.
nope, that's it. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Um, and one thing that I wanted to kind of make known to people is that Jodi uses this big ass oxygen tank that has the little like oxygen gun on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like me and you don't have a bougie ass oxygen tank like Jodi, you can
We
actually
already
order.
had it.
Yeah, you did already have. That's true. But you can order little oxygen canisters off of Amazon. They're expensive. I think it's like 26 or 27 bucks for
Mm,
three little canisters of it.
yeah.
But that's what I use. And
You
I
can get them on
actually,
Walmart too.
yeah. So if you don't want to invest in a giant tank like that, which I don't think I need. Like, I would like to have it, of course. Sure, it would make
Yeah.
it really super easy and be very cost effective. But I think with the availability of a little oxygen canister, I think the one that I got was like, what, 11 ounces or something, whatever unit of measurement they use. It was 11. They come in like a 4 and an 11. Um, and I think with the availability of those kinds of things, not shipping your fish with oxygen is like an unforgivable sin. Like it's so easy and accessible.
Easy. Is it 100% necessary? No.
I mean,
But
like if you're shipping to a place that's hot, I think it is necessary. Like I've gotten so many shipments of fish that are, and most recently Daphnia, that if they had been shipped with oxygen, I swear they would have made it. But
yeah,
like because it's so hot, all of the oxygen that is in the bag gets like used up, and it's a mess.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it
but
definitely helps.
mhm.
But what I like about it is you can use more water.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. But oh, what was another? There was another thing I was gonna touch on breather bags because I've used those in the past with kind of like I don't know. I want to say it's like a 50% success rate.
Yeah, I hate receiving breather bags with a passion because
Yeah,
it's like a geyser when you go to cut them open, and it
yeah.
makes me.
They're like I think they're great if
And
you
you
know
can't
what
float
you're
them.
doing and how to pack them.
Yep.
But like there's so much room for things to go wrong that especially on both like the pack I'm sorry, my dogs are barking if you guys can hear them, but there's so many things that can go wrong and room for error on both the the packer's end and then the receiver's end as well. So like
Yeah.
you're not supposed to float them. And I
Yep.
mean you can float them but for like very small amounts of time and like if you don't pack them in a certain way there can be like a seal and which can prevent the gas exchange. So like
Yep.
I guess if I had to, I would probably never use them again. If
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if for some reason that was my only option, that's what I would go to and use.
I
But
think they're also not legal for
yeah,
shipping in.
technically, no, they're not because I was actually reading about this. If you ship fish, it needs to be double bagged. And if
Yep.
you double bag a breather bag, unless you pack that second bag full of oxygen, which seems silly and defeats the purpose of the breather bag. Like, I don't know why you would do that, but if you did,
Yeah.
then you could be compliant. But yeah, the USPS or not just USPS, but like shipping
Yeah.
standards, you're supposed to double bag your fish. So
Yeah. And then you can't, like, even if you just had an empty tank, I have
mhm,
received breather bags that come with medication in the water. You
mhm.
know, um, you can't just dump that right into the tank. I mean, who wants to
No,
be able to
no,
tank?
definitely not.
You could and just water change it out, but
Oh my god.
I dislike them. They're inconvenient.
Yeah. So it's super inconvenient and like I think I mean when you receive fish, like I try my best to never ever put the water that they come with in the bag into the tank.
Hmm.
But like you were saying earlier, like a breather bag, you cut it open and it's like a freaking geyser. Like you can't
Yeah.
help where that water goes.
Yeah, you need it to be in a bucket. Not everybody keeps buckets because not everybody is, you know, got a
Yeah.
fish room or whatever. Sometimes it's just
Mhm.
somebody with one or two tanks and they're not thinking, hey, I need a big container to put something in.
Mhm. And I mean, another minus for a breather bag is the way that you're supposed to pack them. You're not supposed to leave a bunch of room at the top. And so
Yeah.
you're supposed to pack them like tight, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
if you pack them too tight, they'll pop in the bag. And I've had many, so many, at least 3 that I can think of off the top of my head, shipments that have come in where the box is just drenched
Yeah.
because it either got dropped or like it wasn't padded appropriately or I don't know whatever it was, but it caused the breather bag to pop.
Right.
And those poor shrimp, they didn't do anything to deserve that. Like, what a terrible way to go, you
Yeah.
know?
Hi, Lance.
Man. But yeah, and I mean, speaking of packaging, like, I think a styrofoam box is a pretty standard go to way to pack fish. But
Yeah.
let's talk about the way that you've received fish. And I'll go first.
Yep.
I've received fish with fiberglass insulation
Yep.
used as insulation, which made me really sketched out. I didn't want to touch that shit without gloves on. Like,
Mm-mm.
no, thank you. I mean, it's very effective. The R value is very high. It's great for your attic, but like, no, I don't want to receive fish with fiberglass. I don't want to receive fish with like a bunch of shredded insulation. Like they
Right.
have that it's like cellulose, I think, or it's like if
I was going to stop you and
Like,
answer Lisa's question,
oh,
but
I'm
I
so
see
sorry.
the chat already got to it. She asked what are breather bags. So they're a special type of bag that allow the transfer of oxygen through the bag itself. So you can fill the bag full of water and you still get oxygen transferring from your, outside environment into the bag.
Yeah. And amen, Mr. Peplin.
Hey, Greg.
Or maybe if it's Roxanne, I don't know. Either of you. Breather bags are a liability.
Yeah,
Abso-freaking-lutely.
absolutely.
And yeah, dislike. I thought they were like the coolest freaking thing.
You're getting a glitter bag from Branton. It better be pink glitter, Branton.
Do they make such a bag?
Oh,
Because if
he's
they do,
just
I will
gonna
start.
insulate it with glitter.
Oh, Brandon, no. No. You will be sent to the shit list. Like, oh, it would never. Just use your special pink glitter and she's good. No. Please no. Like, even if you try and vacuum that, it like gets everywhere.
No.
I can't.
Oh,
Can't.
good point. Probably should be bare bottom orange mixed with pink.
Oh,
Hey,
for accuracy, you know.
yes.
But
Brand will be
speaking of
shipping some
glitter,
stuff out next week that I'll be getting from him.
what are you getting?
The ocean blue shrimp, the Bloody Mary shrimp,
Oh. Well,
least
you already have Bloody
killifish,
Marys. I
some
sent you.
plants.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to get some ocean blues. I've been looking on a few different places. So Branton, if you're listening, hit me up because I would like some ocean blues in my life.
Yes. They're
But
really beautiful blue. Like I really
they're
love
super
blue
pretty.
dream shrimp, and then here comes Branton with his damn ocean blues. I'm like, son of a gun. Those are
I've
better.
had blue dreams, and they're just kind of like they're nice.
They're like
Okay.
like if you compare the two, it's like having a deep blue, like a navy blue, to a beautiful bright blue.
Yeah,
And
and I want the
while I
bright.
still love my blue dreams,
Sure.
under the best lighting, they
Mm-hmm.
almost look like an ocean blue. But under kind of like your standard lighting, a non-chihuahua light, or
Mm-hmm.
even just a higher light, even,
Yeah.
they're still a very deep blue.
And I mean, I think it's the difference between like painted fire reds and Bloody Marys. Bloody Marys, I mean, under a normal aquarium light, like, not not the most expensive one, but they're just so bright. And then I
Yeah.
put them in the tank that has the Chihuahua light, the Chihiro's light, for those of you who are uninitiated. Um, they are just incredible. Like they
Yeah.
look amazing.
Mhm.
And it's one of those things that like you pass by a tank of painted fire reds, you're like, oh, those are great. They're red. That's good. They're a nice color. But then you pass a tank of Bloody Marys and you're just like, whoa, those are really bright red. Like I see
Yeah.
those everywhere in the tank instead of, like just up at the front.
Yeah.
So
I have some red
I'm hoping
cherries
the
that
blues
I
will.
was really surprised about. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh
I thought you were
no, you're
done.
fine. You're fine.
I need to pull these out and separate them from the other red cherries because they're freaking opaque. There's zero transparency to them.
Mm-hmm.
They're just solid.
That's one thing that I found with the Bloody Marys is like if you're culling all of the somewhat transparent shrimp, you're culling all of the males. Like not all. So like most of the female Bloody Marys that I have are like a really wonderful, vibrant, bright red. But I have to be careful when I'm taking out and culling the really ugly, transparent, like red shrimp.
Yeah.
Because if I do that, I'm not going to have any more shrimp in a couple weeks because I'm culling out all the males. So I've done that a couple times on accident. So
yeah, and I remember Branton saying with his, he would take some of those more transparent ones out when they were small, and he was wishing he had left them in because they were turning, into a beautiful Bloody Mary. Correct me if I'm wrong,
like
Branton,
eventually
but I thought I remembered you saying that.
a nice bright Bloody Mary, but yeah, you have to be careful. But yeah, I think I've worked on my line of Bloody Mary shrimp for quite a while, and somebody was saying, was it Brandon saying that he didn't have any transparent Bloody Marys? I don't know. Maybe
He
I just
said
need
he,
to
like when they were small,
Oh
he
yeah,
started out calling, you know, some that didn't look like they were going to be red cherry, but turns out
mhm,
they're not red cherry, but Bloody Mary.
yeah.
Uh,
And then when you
shouldn't have
weighed
maybe
it,
pulled
they
them
all
all.
turned out really nice. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think I remember him saying that on a stream actually. I don't
yeah.
know. I'm having like a deja vu moment. Like I know that it was either red cherry shrimp or Bloody Marys that he was talking about. And yeah.
It was the Bloody Marys.
Yeah. So that's cool. Oh, Nancy B said that she had emeralds from the Garden of Eden but lost them, and that is unfortunate.
Aw,
I can't decide if I want to invest in some green Neo shrimp because I keep a lot of planted tanks, and
hey
I'm just
Roxanne.
afraid that like if I get a bunch of green shrimp, they're just gonna blend in with the
I
back
think
with
they
all the plants and
stand
stuff.
out though.
Do
You
they?
know, I think so, but I have different colors of plants too. I mean, not that you can see it in the tank behind me because of
Hmm.
all the damn windows make it really
No,
hard to actually see what's in there on
that's all right.
screen. But
It's still
all
badass.
right, Brandon, when your greens are ready, I'm coming after those.
Nice.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm having to like lean around my microphone to see the chat. I'm like, oh,
Christopher wants to know what your favorite fishy is.
oh man. I'd probably say right now, I'd have to go with Pseudomagills.
Yeah.
I have almost every kind except the Aru2s. I haven't had those yet, and the brackish because I don't want to. The what are they like the cyano something somethings?
Oh, they're
Um,
so cool.
but it's
I
brackish and
emailed
it's
Johnny about those a long
pain
time
in the
ago.
ass. Yeah, they're really pretty and really
They
cool,
are.
but I don't know if I'm not ready to make the commitment to making brackish water every time I want to do a water change because I water change very frequently,
Mhm.
and no, I don't think I'm about it. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
But oh, we had 3G and Miss Roxanne from Foxy's Fishes come in.
Yep.
So that's awesome. Hey guys. But why don't we go ahead and because it's already 5:50 almost.
Yep.
We've spent the entire stream pretty
Night
much
Dawn.
talking about shipping. So we have a little surprise in store for you guys, which is dun, 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 a free shipping coupon, or I don't know what you call it, but free shipping. Um, so if and when either I or Jodi have some fish or shrimp or whatever tickles your aquatic fancy, and we end up shipping to you, if you win this giveaway, you will get some free shipping. So go ahead and enter hashtag free ship in the chat. And hold on, I prepared for this, guys. I swear. There's this. Haha.
We
Okay.
also had Magnus come in, Green Machine.
What's up? What's up? And if I can find the window that I have the giveaway tool on, there we go. And we need to refresh it. So this is what I was saying at the very beginning of the stream. I was like, oh shit, because I was testing it before the stream started. And I had just left it on up there when the stream started, like a dummy. There we go. All right. So you guys should be able to see the giveaway tool on fishfam.link, which has been on our background like the entire time the stream has been up, as well as the link or a QR code for Fishcord, which is probably the easiest way to get a hold of either Jodi or myself if we have stuff that you want. So
I did also add my email to my YouTube page. It's literally the only thing in my description about me.
Oh,
I hate
well, that's
writing about
progress.
myself, so my email's there instead.
I'm
And Mary
so
Oliver
stressed
came
out
in.
by using like putting up an email on YouTube because I'm just like
Nothing
worried
bad has
that
happened yet.
yeah, I don't know. I'm paranoid about it. I just like
So
I definitely
the way
wouldn't
I
put
look
up
at it, your
my own.
information is already out there.
Sure. But is it like your actual email address or is it like a special
Yeah, because
Jodi-P
I'm too lazy
email
to make an
address?
extra one. That's why I
Oh,
refuse to use
well,
my
then you
Gmail.
get
I hate it.
everything that's coming to you. You get it
Oh
all
yeah.
because
Yep,
you
I
have
will
to
get it all.
separate that stuff.
I take on all the stupid promotional emails that, hey, you want to
Oh,
sign up for this?
no.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it on mine so you don't have to, dear.
Well, that's very, very kind of you. But oh my, absolutely not. I will make up a separate email address. It's so easy to make one. And
Hey, we've
not
got
only
Jan Gravedigger in. Hey,
I
Gravedigger.
hello, sir. Um, but I give my wife a lot of shit because she has a Yahoo email address. And I'm like,
Me
in what
too.
year are you living?
The
But
correct
I was
one.
about to say, you also have a Yahoo email. So you know what? It's so easy, you little boomer lady, to make a Gmail account.
My
You can
husband still has a
make it in
Hotmail.
like 2 minutes. At least it's not
I
Hotmail. It's
have a Gmail. I hate it. And it says it's
well,
always full, and I never use it. So F Gmail.
you know you can delete emails in mass. That's a
Yeah,
thing.
I don't bother going in there.
Oh Lord, you are. I can't win with you. It's
Nope.
not even worth it. But we'll let that go for a little bit. I mean, we have like 2 minutes. Well, it's 5:53. So in just a couple minutes at 55 or so, I'll put a stop in the chat,
Oh
just like
man,
Foxy
an
does.
AOL email. That's been
An
a hot minute.
AOL. Oh my goodness. What
Yeah, I think
year
I was
is
like
it?
12.
Foxy, you still have a Hotmail? Good grief.
Yeah.
Was it like Foxy Roxy 6969 something something?
Yeah.
But yeah, multiple emails is how June keeps track of her hobbies. You are an organized lady,
No,
and I appreciate it. Like,
I cannot
yes.
do it.
Christopher, Hotmail from 99.
Yeah.
No. What is wrong with you people? Update, update.
Why? It works perfectly fine.
Your life could be so much better.
So, but like, what is better about Gmail?
It works with everything. And
I hate it.
you can have automatic sign in if, Fish Fam
I
Link
have that on mine.
would. I have that on mine. No, Gmail. Gmail is the way to go. Oh, okay. If you're Christopher, you can have several different email addresses of
Yeah.
varying. Oh, what is that called?
Now
The
get off
little
my
like,
line.
yeah. No, get off my lawn. Nah,
Yeah.
get off my lawn. I just planted some grass. But I actually
I
have
would do
become
that.
a get off my lawn because I try and take care of it, and it's just a losing battle at the moment.
Yeah.
So, what? What is it?
I don't even know
Is
what those
that like
are.
X page? Is that like Zanga? Like that's like in the dregs of my memory. Like I probably have a Hotmail email address listed on an X page that I created on Netscape. You go, Jenna. I will send you $5 if you can find it. A whole $5. No more, no
That's
less.
funny. Geek Boy, I am surprised you use Gmail as much as I hear how much you love Google.
Yeah. Jenna, that's the oldest thing you've said all week. That's
Yep.
wonderful. I'm glad we could facilitate that for you. What's being green? Is that like being good? I have not. Is that what the kids are
Ecological,
using?
because
Oh, okay. I see. I see.
Google's already getting your info, and if you have
See,
Gmail, it's just that
same
much
logic. You
easier.
should just have a Gmail. They already have it. you might as well have a very convenient account.
Everybody's information is already out there anyway.
Would we make your top 8, Christopher Junkin? I sure hope so. My fishy top 8. But oh crap! I said we were gonna stop at 55, and I'm not paying attention. Over here talking about Gmail
Yep,
and
me neither.
there we go. All right, enter. Mother trucker. All right, perfect.
Okay.
And then we will.
Do we want Wheel of You Lose or Instant Winner?
Honestly, I don't really think we've got time for Wheel if You Lose. That takes a long time, and we've got 3-ish minutes, more or less. Although you've got sick kids, so I figure you might have to go.
That's
but
all
I'm
right.
down to
They
stay
have
on if you
snacks.
need to. Do what?
They have snacks. They're fine.
They have snacks. I provided water and snacks. They're fine.
Yeah.
All right.
You better refresh. Eddie just entered.
23 entries. 23 potential spots for awesomeness. All right.
Oh.
And I don't know what okay, Steven, what are these special buttons for? Like, before I spin the wheel, what is this about? Because I would like a special button, but I don't know what they do. So, whatever. You hoard all the special buttons for yourself. Rude. Anyway, all right. 3, 2, 1. We're about to spin. Bump it up.
Hit it.
Foxy's Fishes.
Ah! Foxy's Fishes. Roxanne gets free shipping.
All right. Congrats, Roxanne.
That's awesome. Congratulations. I love that for you, Roxanne. I love it. There we go. Foxy got free shipping.
I bet Foxy's going to want some of your sex Leniata babies when they get going.
Oh, man. I would love that for her. I would love to send her some. Well, number one, I already told her that their lips are beautiful, bright red, just like super awesome. And the bodies of the males are a nice, like, obviously they're opaque, but I'm trying to find the right word for the kind of yellow that they are. They're like, they're super like saturated, I guess is a good way to say it. Like they're very yellow.
Yeah.
So the contrast with the bright red lips and the yellow, even though they're like, what are they? 3 inches right now. So they still have a lot of growing and a lot of coloring up to do. But I got 2 pairs from Imperial Tropicals. I wish I would have been able to get more, but impossible. They were not available. But I lost one of the females. And so I have 1 female and 2 males right now. And I'm still getting like, I want to say 8 to 10 eggs every time I check the mop, which is daily because I'm crazy. But it's still going really well. And I would be happy to send her some eggs. I was telling you earlier, I had a group of like 8 sex Leniata fry in a breeder box attached to my 40 breeder. But the sponge that I used on the outtake, I don't think was fine enough because they're so tiny. The fry are so small that I think they just noped right out of the breeder box and into the 40 breeder, and they probably got eaten. But I will have to try again with those. So Oh, and before we end the stream, because it is 6:00 and it's getting late for us, but not too late for McStreamy at 8:30. Next week is the CARES convention, and I'm going. I already have the hotel booked. My wife is coming with me, but she's not going to the fishy stuff. I am going to nerd out hardcore for like 3 days, and it's going to be amazing.
I'm jealous.
Starts next. I think technically it starts next Thursday, but I'll be there Friday. So if I can figure out how to stream while not at my home computer, I will be streaming from the CARES convention. So that'll be cool. Probably
I'll be watching.
Room, but well, you'll be on the stream too. Duh, you're like half of the after the stream.
Oh,
Don't
I thought
forget.
you meant like while you're walking around.
Oh, I
But
can also maybe do that. I don't know. I've never tried
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Nerdy
Yeah,
me.
Lisa, this is Ralph. He is my big boy. He's a Maine Coon.
Yes.
And he has been trying to get up here this whole time. But I was trying real hard not to get covered in a layer of fur that I could knit a sweater with, but I give up. He just wants love.
I love Ralph. He's wonderful. I want a
He's a
big
sweet
black
guy.
Maine Coon one day.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they made it right before the stream ended. Mary Oliver and Gravedigger Aquatics. What's up? Hi and bye. Like,
They've been in
sorry,
here for a while.
Oh, they have? I
I said
checked.
hi to them when they came in.
Okay, Jody's on top of it. I just checked the participant list again, so. And Zen's here too, and it didn't come up on the participant, and she's not on the participants list.
I thought you said her name. Now I feel like a jerk.
Did
Hi,
I?
Zenny.
I feel like a jerk too, and she's here, but like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. June ragdolls. They are very similar to Maine Coons in terms of fluff.
I do. Okay, I also have a fluffy dog.
Yeah.
And the only complaint is that the hair gets everywhere. I have tumble furs in this house, and I swear I vacuum one day, and vacuuming once a day is not enough. So
it's not.
Are there constantly tumble furs? Yes, there are. And I hope if you ever come over that like you don't judge me because of it, because look at his he has like a mustache but in white almost.
He does.
It's so cute. Like, hello, sir.
He just wants love. That's all he wants. He's a part liquid cat.
Ha! I did read her name earlier. Thank you, Zen. I'm just losing my mind. The shedding season and the tumble furs are getting epic. Yeah, Nancy. They're so bad.
It's one reason I want no carpet on my stairs. I hate vacuuming stairs so much.
Yeah, I would hate that too, but I live in a single story. We legit bought this house specifically because it was a one-story house.
Yeah.
I can't do stairs. I mean, not only because of my 80-year-old body, but because, like, who has time for that? Nobody. Nobody, I say. But do you have to go? It's 6:04. So do you have to go, or you want to hang out for a little bit longer?
I can hang out. Nobody's complaining that they're dying, so we're good.
Oh, excellent. I love that for the kiddos. I'm sorry that they're sick, though. That really sucks.
Yeah. Addie's pretty perky. She was just running a fever today, and Anna's kind of downstairs hacking her lungs out.
Poor Anna.
So she is confined to the basement because nobody wants that.
Yeah. I think that, like, if anybody gets sick, actually, when you get sick in this house, you, like, go into exile because, like, nobody wants to deal with it. And I guess, like, when my wife is sick, she, I guess, grew up in a very, like, she's Colombian. And so she's got the very Hispanic outlook on things. She wants to be, like, babied when she's sick. Like, oh, poor baby, is there anything I can get you? Blah, 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 blah. And, like, I grew up the exact opposite. So, like, I don't, the love language or the sick language is not the same. Like, she wants to be, like, babied, and I'm like, you're sick. Shut the door. I don't want that. And, like, I'll come and check on her every, like, couple hours. Are you okay? Okay, good. And, like, shut the door again. But, yeah.
Sean and I are both guilty of leave us alone, but also bring me things.
Oh, I'm a total leave me alone. I don't want anything to, like, just let me sleep until I emerge, and then I'll be okay again.
I don't like just like it takes a lot for me to have to be non-mobile when I'm sick because I feel worse when I just lay there. So I usually just try to get something done instead.
Yeah. I mean,
and then I don't feel as bad.
I'm sitting here trying to imagine what it's like when you're sick, and I'm glad that you like stay away from people because I could totally see you being like a busybody even though you're still sick. And so you'd be like spreading around the sickness, and I'm like, no, we can't like that.
Yeah. No, I just like work outside or away from everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least you're considerate of other people. I like that about you. It's an excellent quality.
Jenna, I will have you know, I have slept till 6:30 like 8 times in the last 2 weeks, and it's making me angry.
I know, it's like you
2
wake
hours
up and
too late.
on the wrong side of the bed, but you just slept too long.
I did.
No,
I
no.
do. It's pretty bad.
I do hate wasted days, Christopher, but like, if you're sick,
Hey, Jesse.
I think you get a pass. Oh, just one
Yeah.
more fish made it in.
Yep.
At the very end. No judgment, but like, that's all right. We're glad you're here.
Yes.
6:30, Steven. I wake up at sunrise all the time, but it's because I've stayed awake. And well, I guess technically then I'm not waking up. I just see the sunrise because I am still awake.
It's already light out here at 5:30. So when I wake up and it's light out already, I just like,
it's
son
wrong.
of a, and then I grumpily make my coffee.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, like, I feel like you don't get the same amount of like preparation time for the day. You know, like I like to get up and have my own me time and then start the day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's
and
primarily why I wake up so early.
Yeah, I think you have like compulsory wake upness. Like you have to be up
usually,
but it's also like you like it, so it's not that bad.
I do. I utilize that time, but like everybody else is sleeping, so there's no noise making. So I take that time to
I love how
catch up
quiet
on
it is.
videos and learn something new. Wake my brain up with solitaire and crossword because I'm lame.
To each their own. I mean, I watch YouTube on TV, so I get it. It's wonderful. I love that. But the quiet. There is nothing like being the only one awake in the house early in the morning and having your coffee.
Even the dogs aren't up yet.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole vibe.
Yeah.
And oof, I love that. But
yeah,
I mean, speaking of coffee, I can't believe you suggested to me in the last stream to not drink as much coffee and then maybe I would sleep. Like, no. Rude.
In the afternoon.
Coffee is for all times of day. Zen will agree with me. There's after lunch coffee, there's cafecito, there's after dinner coffee. Like, you go to a fancy ass restaurant and what do they ask you? Would you like dessert or coffee after your meal? Yes, I would. Both, please. Like, oh, so good.
If it's cold out, I like coffee, all throughout the day. But in the summer, that's a no-go because me and iced coffee don't get along. But also, yes, Roxanne, you can text me anytime.
Girl,
she knows I'm awake early.
Jodi, I kid you not, at 3:00 in the morning, and this girl has responded.
And I responded.
Like, I don't know if there's a better sign of true friendship love than somebody texting you back at 3:00 in the morning, just because they're already awake. So I love that.
I don't have to physically talk, so it's fine.
And I mean, the thing about it though is like, I don't even feel guilty about it anymore. At first I was like, should I be texting her at stupid hours in the morning because I know she's awake, but like, is it okay? Now I'm just like, you know what? If I have a random thought that she needs to know about, I'll just text it. And if she's not awake, that's fine. If she
My phone's on vibrate overnight, so I'm not going to hear it. I'm out. So you'll only get a response if I'm awake.
Okay, Steven, this is the facts. No coffee, no amphetamines. You don't want to see me like that. I don't want to see me like that. Oh God.
By the way, I did not suggest to her to like quit drinking coffee altogether. I just said maybe not so late in the afternoon.
It was all together.
It might help with sleeping.
All together.
Bullshit. I would never suggest that to anybody.
That's not.
I just have my 14 cups gone by 6:37 in the morning.
as I drink a Red Bull, because currently I'm out of Coke Zero. Brandon, his legs hurt because he was riding a kid's
Enjoying
scooter.
a childhood
Was it a razor,
scooter.
and did you annihilate your ankles? That's a better question.
Oh, I can feel that. Do you remember those like those skipper things? Like you'd put it around your ankle, and there's a long plastic piece with the like the ball thingy on the end, and you're supposed to swing it and like hop over it on one side.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, those things are ankle busters.
Yeah, but it's just like a little like, okay, that's more of like a whip. Like, so you're, it's like going around and around in a circle, and you just like snap, get your ankle. But like a razor scooter will break your ankle. Like, oh, that hurts so bad. And like, I did it so many times that I can vividly remember the sensation. Like, oh, painful. There's nothing like a skip loop. Yep, Brandon.
Yeah.
But Mary Oliver says that this is the same for me, by the way, is that I can drink coffee at any time of the day and fall asleep. But it's not a long sleep. You know? So like I could like, yeah, it's very odd. And I think that that's like a neurodivergent or like ADHD thing where like uppers, so like caffeine or amphetamines kind of help like level you out a little bit. And so I'll finally feel relaxed enough to take a little snooze.
Yeah.
But a
Just
20-minute
you are
snooze is
incredibly correct.
Oh, what did he say?
Trailer hitches are the worst.
Okay,
I have never screamed like a little girl so bad.
Yeah. Ooh, the quad bike pedals. Those aren't great.
Oh,
like,
my shins or calves. Depends on which way it hurt you.
And I mean, I learned very quickly, like, I had those claw type pedals on my bike. It only took one time of me trying to pedal without shoes on. That was a horrific mistake. Never again.
That's how we always used to do it. I just remember the one time that I fell and my legs were pretty bad from those claw pedals. The feet were fine. Like the shin was real bad.
What is that? Like a rite of passage, though? Like
probably.
Yeah, more or less. But skip hits are not for the faint of heart. That's facts. Razor scooters are not for the faint of heart.
No.
But hey, Chelsea, nice of you to make it to this stream. You know, after we'd usually be done.
Yeah.
No judgment.
I am seriously enjoying all your reptiles you've been putting out.
Yes, all those shorts.
Might even be a little jelly. And I think I said it in one of the comments, like bucket list. I just want to go hang out at Chelsea's house and play with all our animals.
I would like to go to the Steenfots, which, by the way, Paper Plate Steenfot officially has a label for his tank. I printed it out the other day. So
I love that.
Just in case you're still listening, since I scolded you for being so late, he has a label. It's happening. I just have to level out the pairs tank and split them up before I put it on. But anyway,
hi Nathan.
I want to go over to the Steenfots. I would be all about the fish room, and I would look at the reptiles like it was a museum, but it would not be a petting zoo for me. I would be like, oh, that's nice. Can you please keep the door closed? Like, I would like to view that through the glass.
No, I want to play with them all, except for your spiders.
Touching it.
No.
Like,
I will respect your spiders through the glass or whatever they're behind.
Yes.
You can hold them, but I don't.
That's exactly, you hold them. That's great. You display them however they go on your hands or whatever, however you hold reptiles. But like, you do that, and I'll stand by and watch. But you know what I was thinking?
That thing was really cool, Chelsea. I may attempt that.
Vinegaroon. What the hell is that? Was that the?
It was
what short was that? Was there a short of that one?
I watched it, and it probably is a thing of nightmares. And I definitely like
Good thing you don't dream.
probably shake while holding it, but I would try it.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Like new local Austin, he had his niece on the stream this past Thursday. It's either Wednesday or Thursday, and I always mix it up because his stream is so late that it goes into another day. And so
Yeah.
it messes with my brain. But she said that she's been wanting a snake, and I'm just like, you can like that. And I will love that for you, but like I would not be about it in my own house. Like I would just be too nervous that they would escape. Like Chelsea says that there's that one snake, like a corn snake or something, that's like the king of like an escape artist. Like they just always escape their enclosures, and I'm like, nope, absolutely not. No, thank you.
I don't know. I've always wanted to have a snake, but I would not. My mother would never step foot in the house again.
Yeah. Well, you could use that to your advantage. But
I like
if,
my mom.
For example, you had a family member who you did not like and never wanted to be in your house ever.
I would never speak like that about any of the family members.
Against them. You would never, but I would.
Hi, Dennis.
Oh, what's up, Dennis? Nice to see you. Oh, yeah, corn snakes. I knew it. I've learned something about reptiles from watching Chelsea and Bob. But yeah, I would like, I've actually gotten a lot better. I only slightly jumped and said, hell the fuck no, when a fish like swam up and kind of like brushed my hand the other day. And normally that would have been an absolutely not moment, but like I didn't freak out, which I guess like that was a slight freak out, but it wasn't like a normal like absolutely no. So yeah, that was good. I wonder if I'm legitimately thinking of that, Geek. Like I think it would. And what a loss for me. Poor me. I would never see my in-laws again. But no.
Garters are cute. I like garters. If I kept a snake, I really would like to keep a prairie ringneck snake because you don't see them very often around here, and they're so beautiful.
Ha, Cheryl. That's really funny. I would, if you were in my neighborhood and I saw that, I would absolutely go out of my way to become friends with you. She's talking about she used to freak her neighbors out by walking around with her corn snakes or ball pythons around her neck. Yes. Like you're the kind of neighbor I want to know. But
you can come collect all the bull snakes around here, Chelsea. Those are one that I don't care for as much.
Yeah, because they're mean.
They are.
Nancy B, you are correct. I do love a forced friendship. Oh yeah. All y'all are welcome. But yeah. I don't know. That is one concern about my visit to Iowa is like, what's the snake situation going to be in my little guest house? You're not going to
see them. Like, I rarely see them around here.
Okay, well, we can.
They're in their hidey holes.
I would have thought that Iowa is too far north because I know snakes don't really like go, I don't know, maybe in like Canada, however far north it is. But I know the more north you get, the fewer snakes that there are.
It just depends on the climate. You know,
yeah.
But even Canada gets up to 100 degrees.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought Canada was like, in my mind, Canada is like permanently cold. Like
no, I mean, I've seen. Yeah, my mom has some friends up in Canada, and they get up into the 90s, and it just depends on what part you're in. Yeah, I mean, Canada also has a frozen tundra, but
I imagine that Canada like never uses an air conditioner, so I'm obviously wrong. But like, oh no, that's not the one I meant. Oh yeah, that is the one that I meant. Christopher said he's importing some new garter snakes. from the Netherlands? What? Okay, first of all, surprised that the Netherlands has snakes of any kind, considering that they're even more north than Canada in some, like, maybe they're on the same in some parts. But anyway, number two, you can import snakes, like,
Yeah.
from the Netherlands? That's crazy to me. Huh. I would like,
It's just like
of
fish.
course, like I don't second guess like importing fish or like putting things. What? You're gonna eat candy? Okay. Oh, you got me candy. That's nice. Thanks, babe. Um, but you import fish and like putting fish in the mail, not. It doesn't faze me. Like, of course, you put fish in the mail like that. That's okay. But like snakes in a box going through the mail. That sounds like some kind of like horrible, like, what is that called? The movies that are super scary. Death Trap. No, like Snakes on a Plane, but in real life. Like, what if they got out? Oh my gosh, that poor UPS man.
As long as it
or
comes with
USPS
Samuel L.
woman,
Jackson,
whatever.
it's welcome.
Oh, Lord, I couldn't do it. Like, sometimes I gotta think that like male people are pretty brave. Like, considering that you don't get to know what's in the package, apparently there's snakes in the mail these days. Legit snakes on a plane. No. Samuel L. Jackson. That's what I was trying to think of. Anyway. Canada is home to the largest den of garters. Thousands of them. Jeez. I don't know about that. No, thank you.
Yeah. We have rattlers around. They're not really common in our area.
We have them everywhere here. Get out of here. Iowa, what are
you're not going to see it.
The benefit of living in Iowa? If there's still snakes, it still gets hot. Like, what draws you to live in such a state?
I've lived in this house for 9 years, and I can count on two hands the number of times I've seen snakes. It's
well, that's good, but like
they're around, but they're usually, hanging out in their hidey holes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll allow it.
Spiders, though.
I know that, like, the environment asked me, where can we put snakes? Just fucking everywhere. That's fine. Oh, yeah.
I like snakes.
The exact same as importing fish. I should have not been surprised, and yet here I am, astounded. But anyway, emotional support snakes on a plane, Chelsea. What in the fresh hell is that? No. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, they have more emotional support bunnies. Seen that one on a plane.
Yeah, but those are soft and cuddly.
Snakes cuddle you too.
What kind of emotional support do you get from like okay, I don't want to say slimy because they're not actually slimy, but it's like smooth and cold. No thanks.
Certain snakes are very good cuddlers.
I am sorry, Jenna. That's too many.
Yeah, it's a surprising amount of snake species, isn't it, Christopher?
I do hate flying, Chelsea. But yeah. Better life choices.
That's the best one yet, Brian. An emotional support mermaid.
Yeah, that's perfect. Half human, half fish. It's literally the best of both worlds. Yes, absolutely. An emotional support tegu on the plane. Tegu. I don't know. Is tegu? Like, is there like a Y sound in there? I feel like there is. But okay, I would believe a lizard would be more support than a snake. If we're gonna like have to have a reptile, I could see that. But like a snake, I don't think so. You would pick a snake or a spider over a bunny? Mr. Jeff Kane. What? You must not need a lot of comforting. You must find comfort in the uncomfortable. Because, like, what is that? What is that life choice, Mr. Kane? I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Tegu. Okay. There is no Y sound in there. Tegu. Tegu. That sounds like something, I don't know, you say at drag brunch. What's up, Tegu? A snake can hug you tighter than a lizard. Yeah, if you're in the Amazon, fall in the water, and then I guess you wouldn't be friends with the anaconda that suffocates you, but no. I actually was watching a video the other day of anacondas that are actually like legit, like huge around, and like that the guy, he had like one draped over his neck and was holding it out, like Britney coming out on stage, and apparently that was a tiny baby anaconda, and I was like, I just noped right out of the Amazon. Like, I thought maybe I could go there for like a fish collecting trip if I was going to be super nerdy about it, or even just to see it, but like, I'm not stepping in that water, because that's how they get you. You go in that water, nope, goodbye. You don't need a return plane ticket because you're not going to make it.
Well, it's cheap airfare then.
Yeah. One way. So, Zen, this is true. And I didn't believe it until I got nipped by a rabbit one time, and that guy got me. He got my finger real good. And you know how they're always like, oh, like the equivalent to a human finger is a carrot. Like, yes, and rabbits will crunch right through a freaking carrot. And if you just replace that with your finger, boom, they could probably cut it off and be like that rabbit with the red eyes in Monty Python. Like, no. Crazy, crazy little rodents. And also, we had one of my dogs wanted to play with a baby bunny and brought it inside to play with it. It was Murphy, by the way. Frida would have eaten it whole, but Murphy brought it in and let it go. And so we had this baby bunny just scurrying about the house. Costanza, not helpful, jumped up on the couch and was like screaming, like, it's running. And I was like, yes, I see that. And like was giving me so much shit for being like, having the foresight to be like, I need a pair of like gloves, like some gardening gloves or something, because I'm not touching it. And I was legit worried about being bitten by a baby bunny, which is stupid. But like, oh, the thought of touching.
When I was younger, one of my cats brought in 6 baby bunnies into the house. So I tried to save all 6 of them. And I lost 3 of them the first night. And then I kept 3 of them for a week. One of them lasted for 2 weeks. And then I woke up and it was like hard as a rock. I was really bummed.
That is a bummer. We tried to save a couple of baby bunnies one time that were very, very small. Like tiny, tiny. And we had found them on my grandparents' farm. And apparently, like, if they don't have, like, if you take them and try to save them, like, the likelihood that you're going to be successful is super small, which I didn't realize. And I set myself up for like a terrible heartache thinking, we're going to have pet bunnies now. And it didn't last 2 days. Like, we brought them home in a little tiny little cat carrier. Like, we made them little nests, and so they would be comfortable, and it was so cute. Trauma. That's what ended up happening, was getting traumatized by 2 tiny dead baby bunnies. And I was just like, damn it. Yeah.
It happens.
Zen, you've eaten a rabbit?
Yeah.
I would not have pegged you for that. But like, if it tastes like chicken, you know what? I need to ask Steven and Jenna if they've ever had alligator. because I've heard that tastes like chicken, which I find credible because chickens and alligators are basically modern day dinosaurs. So sure they would taste the same, right? Just saying. It's possible. I don't know. I think
I've
it
had
follows.
alligator, and it, depending on how it's cooked, can taste similar to chicken.
In texture or flavor?
Flavor, texture is definitely different
Yeah.
for me.
I mean, I don't know. I've never had it.
Well,
So
it's different than white meat. Like I don't know. I find like chicken breast is stringy, and I don't like it. Give me some
yeah.
fatty dark meat chicken.
Yeah.
Delicious.
I
Hey,
suppose
Sunny.
alligator skin and chicken skin don't taste the same either, especially in
No,
terms of
probably
texture.
not. Probably not.
Chicken skin is delicious. Huh.
Yeah, I agree, Steven.
Alligator texture is a cross between chicken and fish.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you eat it fried? Like, is that like the normal way to eat it?
I've had
I
it
don't know.
fried and grilled.
Chelsea said that parrots will jack you up. I can believe it.
Yeah.
Like I have watched a lot of like bird shorts. I don't know why, but they just come up on my Instagram and on my YouTube. Number one, because they're cute and I keep hearting them. But number two, like I I want so badly to have like an African gray, which is a parrot, but like in the same breath, I want to be like its aunt. Kind of like how, your brother can have a kid and
You
like
can send his kid
are
home.
super excited about it and love to spend time with them, but then at the end of the day they go home.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That would be a perfect parrot situation for me. It's like I would love it and I would love to interact with it, but at the same time I could get away.
Yeah.
So
I used to work at a garden and nursery center, and they had 2 Quaker parrots in there. One named Oscar, who sat on my shoulder all day long. And then the other one, I can't remember what her name was, but they used to take the Quaker parrots on hay rides years ago, I guess. And they really shouldn't have done that because the kids like tortured that poor bird on the hay rides. And she became mean. Coco.
Oh, that's sad.
Coco. It is sad. She didn't deserve that. And
No.
yeah, I talked them into finding new homes for their Quakers.
Yeah.
Because they do not deserve to be treated like that.
Yeah. I feel like I have a soft spot like that for all animals though. Like I hate seeing something mistreated, And it gets to the point where like makes me cringe so hard that I can't watch it. But then then there are the super cute videos of like I don't know if you've ever seen the bacon pancakes little bird video. I don't know what kind of bird it is, but it seems like a little miniature parrot. Of course you haven't seen it. It's on Instagram. Yeah. But I'll send it to you because it's this little bird dancing to bacon pancakes up and down. Like it's so cute. And I love it so much every time I see it. But
yeah. Hi, Leo.
Oh, what's up, Leo? Oh, Zen raised rabbits as a child.
Girl.
Not anymore.
That's okay. We're here late today.
We are super late. Making bacon pancakes. Yes, Zen. She knows what I'm talking about. Oh, I love that bird. I love it. Oh, and Tank Girl. Oh, maybe we should stream longer all the time. People are just joining in. I mean, it's kind of hard though because I
definitely can. Normally the kids aren't home on Friday nights, so it's usually just me.
But it's also they're 6, so it's basically just you now.
Yeah, but I'll have to make them some food here soon.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess take care of them, being a mom and all that.
Yeah, they do enjoy that.
Oh, and Peplin making bacon. I told you it's popular. Making bacon pancakes It's so cute.
It's a Quaker parrot in that short.
Oh,
Is what Chelsea said.
thank you, ma'am, for filling me in on that because they're just so cute. And like I said, I want one so bad, but I would want it to be like a niece or a nephew, not a child, like a personal child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birds are another long term commitment.
Do you see this?
Hmm.
Branton wants to eat a kangaroo? What the fuck, Branton? Those things will beat you up. I would like. That's one thing. Australia is full of animals that want to kill you. So, I don't know. I mean, in the ocean, kill you. Great white sharks. They have jellyfish that are like man o' war level, so like you'll die then.
Foolish
Or
shit.
stung really bad. And then they've got all kinds of big ass spiders. Like I don't know if you've seen videos of them, but they're like the size bigger than your hands.
Yeah.
And then the kangaroos will legit be in the middle of a lake or a pond and like lure a dog into the water. Like, I'll play with you, I'll play with you. And then before you know it, no more dog. Because they're freaking psychos. Kangaroos are the psychopaths of Australia. Like, it's horrible. I'd tear up a Ruber. What is wrong with you people? No.
Into the future.
They do sell kangaroo steak. I like that they're called roo steaks, but what? People are educating me today. I don't know. Really, Mandy? You call it a roo? Yep. I like that. I also correct my wife when she's like, "Oh, I've never had that before." And I'm like, "Yes, dear, you have." Because I remember what we eat all the time. And she's just like living in her own little la la land. We've had kangaroo burger. Alligator is good if cooked right. Yeah, we talked about alligator, Tank Girl, and Roo stew. No, I have a dog named Roo, although she's like brown like a roux, like when you make gumbo with it. So that's why I named her Roo. But now y'all have me like, oh, I don't want to eat a roux. Also, not eating jellyfish. Okay. Apparently, since the oceans are warming, jellyfish are going to overtake everything, and then they're going to be the only food source eventually in the ocean. So we're going to have to eat them sooner or later. Ugh, no thanks.
Start now, and it won't happen.
Nope. Although, so when I was in Peace Corps, I was supposed to go to Micronesia, which is I didn't end up going there. I went to Morocco instead, but I was really excited because there are a lot of like really cool diving experiences that you can do in Micronesia. And I know this because I was researching ahead of time. But anyway, there's this lake on one of the islands in Micronesia that has all the jellies that you can swim with and they don't sting you. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen like videos of those, but that's where that is. So fun fact.
Gotcha.
Glad I'll be dead by then. Yeah, me and you both then. But oh, we have more people in this stream. I forgot to refresh.
Into the Future came in, Sunny G.
Oh my gosh. Fish Fam kicked me out again. Gotta log in.
I've been watching and saying hi.
There we go. I did select my stream. There we go. Work. Technology sometimes is infuriating. Okay, let's see. Just one more fish. Chelsea goes to garden. I'm trying to find where we left off. Monster Fish Gal is here. Dennis Christensen. Did I get those before? I don't think I got them before. Sunny G. Leo's Aquariums and Reptiles. I said, hey, what's up? Tank Girl and Into the Future. 1.618. I don't know what the numbers are about, but I like it. That's a Google login limitation. Do I need to change that in my settings because I have Gmail? Or, I don't know. You'd square up with a Roo. Branton, you would die. They would fuck you up. Like, I'm glad that you live with the confidence of a straight white man, but no, that is not, no, sir. No, sir. And it better be on film. Yeah, it will be played at his funeral because that will be all that's left of him. Can't. Nope, nope, nope. But, nope, nothing can change it. Damn it. Oh, well. I'll just keep signing into Fish Fam like a forced friendship, but of technology. Oh, it's the golden ratio. Huh. I didn't know that. Learn something new every day.
Now that you say that, I remember that, but I did not remember that right off the bat.
Oh, nope, I did not.
It's been a hot minute.
Can Scotty get Brandon and a kangaroo to the Clash next year? The fight of the summer. Well, I guess late summer. The fight of the fall.
Yeah.
I guess September is fall in my brain, but here in Texas, it's still 105 degrees, so it's still summer. At a zoo doesn't count. Still can't believe you don't have Gmail.
Nope. I have it. I just don't use it.
I'm stuck on it.
How about that?
I'm stuck on it. I know we talked about this like 45 minutes ago, but it's still getting me. Like, update.
And it shall continue.
It's a good thing. Good thing I like you, Jodi-P.
Well, I like you too.
Me imagining Brandon shadow boxing a squishmallow kangaroo like a tough guy. Yeah. I just like, I guess if he ever does fight a kangaroo and cease to exist, like, I'm calling dibs on his shrimp. Like, I'll take those ocean blues from you, sir.
Those little allosomas are pretty cool. Allosomas.
Oh, yeah. I guess, like, what happened? I do wonder what happens to people's, like, fish collections and blah, 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 and stuff when they pass away. Like, I feel like it would be a perfect opportunity to like auction off everything, which I'm assuming is what happens. But like, I had never thought about that before. I wonder what's going to happen to all my fish. I sure hope that my wife sells them for more than what I say I got them for. That's for sure.
Yeah. We don't talk about that here.
We don't talk about that. You and I do an awful lot of trading, Jodi.
I know. That's fine. It works out.
Anyway, moving on. We don't have to talk about that. What did he say? I'm the kind of guy and asks, is it poisonous or fun toad poisonous? Okay, now, sir or ma'am, I'm not sure which. But do you also have that approach with mushrooms? Good question. Oh, they're talking about Portuguese man-o-wars. Yeah, so we don't swim with jellyfish. Jellyfish of any kind. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and Christopher gets them too. I've seen that they can get gigantic. Like, I don't want to say take down a boat gigantic, but maybe that big. Not sure. I don't know.
They're big.
I can't believe the chat's still going. Like, I'm enjoying this hangout.
Yeah.
Minus the fact that people are eating kangaroo. Ugh. I don't know what that's about, but
I try almost anything once. Almost.
I don't know. I want to say that I would, but the one time I was offered chicken feet, I declined. I think it was more of a texture thing. When they described it, I was like, I will absolutely not like that. I know that in my heart of hearts that I cannot eat a chewy, nasty cartilage. I don't even like cartilage in steak. Like, nope.
No.
But I say that. So, like, I want to think that I would try something once in terms of food, but then at the same time, like, I don't think I could eat horse, but they eat that in Europe, and I'm like, but they're pretty and like,
Yeah.
not food in America, so they're like pets. So I don't
My
know.
brother ate horse mistakenly.
Mhm.
Well, not
Mistakenly.
mistakenly. He wasn't
That sounds
told
like a
it was
story.
horse, and he was digging it until he found out it was a horse.
Oh,
Somebody had a sick horse, had to put it down. They didn't waste it.
I
They
mean,
told him it
if
was
I was
bear fur.
in like a starving situation, like those people in the mountain, in like the mountainous area that like got stranded in the snow back in like the 1800s, I would probably eat horse. But like, oh, it would hurt me if I was like eating it unforced. You know, I don't think I'd do
Team toddler palate. That's funny.
it. Not me. I like, okay, talk about toddler palate. My sister like survives on chicken nuggets, macaroni and cheese, steak, and sometimes asparagus, but not always.
Love
Oh, and
asparagus.
Cece's pizza. Alfredo.
Hmm.
Alfredo pizza. Like, I that's literally one hand the number of things that she prefers to eat.
Wow.
And it's not even like great macaroni and cheese, like the baked kind. It's like the blue box. So,
Yeah, like crap.
I don't know if she's getting all of her nutrients. I think my fish eat a more varied diet than she does.
Probably.
Camel and donkey. Christopher, what are you talking about? This is more egregious than eating a fucking kangaroo. Oh, nope, that's Nancy. Sorry. I'm behind. There we
That's
go.
really cool, Brandon.
Wait, what? This?
Yeah.
Oh. He sold everything in the shop and gave money to the band. Okay, that is like the way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I have given this a sum total of like 2 minutes of thought because I just thought about it. It never occurred to me before. But like, what a stand-up guy. And this is why I want to support his shop, because Tristan is freaking awesome, and Tristan's Tropical Fish is a great store. He almost never has anything that I want in his shop yet. So, I do try.
Yeah. I do
Although
have
he
next
does
week some
have,
stuff coming from him too.
yeah, but he does have those blue flame apistos for like
Yeah.
$67. So,
Yeah.
Go grab those. They're what, like $100 at Dan's Fish, but
Yeah.
save a chunk of change. Get them at Tristan's, and they're probably just as good.
I also got some gobies. I think they're Rhinogobius this time.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I
Are those
sure
the
shit
ones that you
cannot
can breed
pronounce
or
the
no?
second part of that name. What's that?
Are those the gobies that you can breed in captivity
Yes.
or no? They are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nancy, I've been asking this for like 20 minutes now. What is wrong with him? Who has Vulcan Corys? Like 5 people, and they all want $500 for them. Although they were at Wet Spot for like 160 or 170, 175 each. I'm not gonna lie, I was super tempted, but I'm not financially set up that way. So like, oh man, and I would want to try and breed them. So I'd want to get a group of like 6 to 8 of them. That's only like what, $1,000, $1,200 worth of fish that like may or may not work out, and that could end up like those Snow White Corys that you got from, what was it? Nationwide Aquatics was a piece of shit seller.
I just saw they were having a raffle with some more of those on there. So if anybody sees that raffle, do yourself a favor and do not get Snow White Panda Corys from Nationwide Aquatics.
Yeah. Nationwide had a couple of things that I've been wanting, but I'm just like, I don't trust, like, after they screwed you over, like, I just don't trust them.
Yeah, that put a real crap taste in my mouth. But I have heard from other people that they've had really great fish from them. So, to each their own with their own experience. The Snow White Panda Cories, I have one left out of 10. They dropped like flies. And I was told that they're just a genetically weak fish. Like, boo-hoo for you.
It just happens. Like, no, it doesn't. They're not, like, you don't lose 9 out of 10 fish because they're just genetically weak. Like, that's, how did they get to be that size in the first place? Like, no.
Exactly. I was frustrated.
Branton's next video is how to fillet and debone a guppy.
I'm going to find you the tiniest set of knives.
I know. Itty bitty. Like on I don't know if you remember this movie from the 90s, but The Borrowers. It was one of my favorite movies because I'm weird. And it was like,
I don't know if I've seen that.
I mean, I don't know if it still holds up for today or if it's just like nostalgia talking, but I loved that movie. So
that sucks, Skipper. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's a guy from those raffles that still owes me fish. Who is it? We'll call him out. I ain't scared.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, Steven. Valid point. But I'm here shitting on Nationwide Aquatics because they screwed over my fishy best friend. And if you're on her team, you're mad too.
No.
Because that's how
So what really made me angry was that he sent me an audio message. And in that audio message, he stated, yeah, so Snow White of any kind is weak. Okay, fine, I get that. Why the hell are you selling it for that much? And he sent an audio message because on the band app, you cannot share an audio message. And to add to it, but also partially my fault, I did pay via PayPal because it was a band app transaction, and I used the friends and family so they wouldn't lose out. I shouldn't have because it was his wife's PayPal account, and you cannot go and do a chargeback on friends and family.
Yeah.
So
I hate that though, because like, I mean,
to me it feels like he knew what he was doing, and took advantage of the situation.
Oh, I feel like, I feel like it takes some plotting and scheming to like take advantage of a situation like that. So like you know that they knew what they were doing, and they were being a shitty human on purpose. So I dislike that.
Yeah, that's really what I dislike. I understand that a fish can be genetically weak, but you know what? Screw you guys for producing that and selling it, and you suck.
Yeah. I still hate that it happened.
I hate that it happened too, but I have one still going strong.
Maybe you could breed it with some, I don't know what, and eventually get Snow White. That sounds like it'd take too much work. So
I mean, yeah, it'd be a long time of breeding with panda cories to get more Snow Whites.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Thanks, Jonathan. See you later.
Foxy also loved The Borrowers. And Christopher, how old am I? I'm 34, turning 35 this year. So I don't know if that qualifies as too young for The Borrowers, but I loved it. So, but yeah, Steven says it's all about he handles the situation for sure. No shortage of slim bags in the animal trade. And I guess that goes for like all animals in the trade, like all animals. But like, I feel like Nationwide Aquatics is one of those that like seems legit.
It's a well-known company.
Like, yeah, well-known. Like, I don't want to say that they're as well-known as like Dan's Fish because that's inaccurate. But like, if you're looking for something specific and not quite like, you're not looking for guppies, right? But you're looking for something a little bit more uppity. I guess, in terms of fish, Nationwide is one of the places that always comes up. And so it bugs me that they seem to have this like really good reputation that's undeserved, at least in your experience.
Well, what they did
Yeah.
is they paid an SEO to get their Google listing up there. That's
Sure.
it. You know, that doesn't mean they
Anybody
have
can
a
do
good
that.
reputation, but I have heard both ways. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll hear that about any company. Some are going to say, yeah, great experience every time, or no, I've had a bad experience every time. And it can be the same company. It's just is what it is, and luck of the draw. And I think what makes a company stand out is one, how they take care of their fish, two, how they take care of their customers, and how they handle situations.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just like, I would like to think that people are better than they are. And I mean, it's just not the way I like, I don't walk that way. Like, okay, that's not how I do business or anything really.
Right.
But like, some people just aren't that way, I suppose.
No.
But Jeff Kane says the savings isn't worth doing, friends and family. When paying for fish, don't ever do it unless you're willing to give that money away. And after your experience with Nationwide, yeah, I 100% agree with that. Like, I mean, besides technically, if they're doing it right and they have a fish business, like, you shouldn't, like, they should be paying taxes on that money anyway.
Yeah.
Like, if they're
Skipper,
being like above board.
I think I know who you're talking about, Skipper, but you can email me if you want, and I can try to reach out to the person.
Nationwide is, in fact, not on your side. Made me laugh.
Correct. At least not on mine.
Global Fish Company. No, I've never heard of that.
I have not heard of that one either. But you know, because I'm still relatively new to the fish world, there's a lot of things I haven't heard about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you say you're new, but like in terms of like you've been keeping fish for a year and a half or so.
No, like just a couple, a year and a few months.
Yeah. But so like but you are more than capable of researching and finding a company, you know, like if you're like you have very like specific fish interests. And so I feel like the same kinds of companies come up over and over and over again. So like you're familiar with the kinds of companies that do show up even if you might not buy from them, right? And like Global Fish Company, I have searched for things far and wide in my tenure as a fish keeper, which is not super long. Like it's not 20 years, but like in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, I've never heard of Global Fish Company. So I don't know, not take it for what you will, but I would be sketched out by trying to order fish from someone I've never ever remotely heard of.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks for like a new fish seller. Like, sure, I've never heard of you, but like, I guess taking a chance, like people on Aquabid who have never sold before, I'm like, I'll try later, buddy. Like, unless it's something that I'm willing to take a chance on. But like,
Yeah, Steven, I never heard of Nationwide until the band app, and like I did Google them after and seeing that they had those Snow White pandas for roughly 2 to 3 years, and so they've been through them. But
yeah, I'm extremely narrow-minded in my fish vendor choices. Yeah, although I will say I took a huge gamble on ordering 12 Bloody Mary loaches, and that ended up working out really well. Found someone on Shop, and I was like, I'm gonna buy these and I'm gonna share them with Jodi, and because I didn't want.
And I bought some.
And then she goes and buys some, and I was like, this bitch.
Yeah, because gastromyzons are really hard to get breeding. So if either of us happen to, then we can share babies.
What? Helps Marcel. Nationwide sells Marcel's fish and helps Marcel import fish as well. What?
Yeah.
News to me.
I like Marcel. a lot.
I feel
I've
like
I've gotten
his
fish from him a few times now.
Yeah.
Yep. In fact, I'm waiting to hear back from him on how big of a group of a certain loach he has, but he has to break down a tank first to take some other fish out, and then he was going to let me know what he has available.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like Marcel is one of those, or Roseline 17 on Aquabed. Like even I've never ordered fish from him, but like I know his freaking Aquabid username.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of reputation the guy has. And like that, I would not hesitate ordering fish from him, but I did not know that he supplies nationwide. And like I said,
You
people
gotta
have
supply
had good
somebody.
experiences with Nationwide Aquatics, but
yeah, I mean, I'll probably be pretty, non-willing to order from Nationwide again, just based on that one customer service experience.
Yeah. Yeah. I like you screw me over like that once. Like I'm not messing with that again.
Yeah.
Jeff,
I was not real impressed with it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a shame though, because they have such a good selection of fish that are not necessarily like beginner fish, but more, I guess, more experienced fish keepers. And I don't know, maybe snow white Corys are like for super extra experienced fish keepers only. But then like make a disclaimer on your thing, or don't sell them on the band app, or I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems super sketch to me.
Yeah. It is what it is. It happened. I learned.
Yeah. Not to dwell. I'm still mad for you.
It's all right. I've moved on and still enjoy my one little guy I have left.
Well, I mean, it's I think it speaks more to me like I am nothing if not like a loyal friend. And so like if somebody F's you over, like I will hold a grudge for you for like a million years. I'm great at that. I'll be on your team. But like even if you're over it, I'm still like they suck. I don't like them.
I'll be like that for you, but it is what it is for me. I learned a lesson. Don't be so trusting,
Yeah. But like Steven was saying, in the animal trade, there's lots of like sketchy people, which I guess I hadn't thought of that before. But yeah, it's true. And I don't know why fish would be any different. So.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Live, learn, share your experience so nobody else has to.
I thought you were about to say live, laugh, love, and I was like, I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
No, absolutely not. The lips are dry.
I know. I need some chapstick too, but then I just keep biting them or drinking more Red Bull. I'm sure that's not helpful. Huh. Yeah,
absolutely.
Word of mouth means a lot. I agree with that. Oh man, I was gonna show you guys just because I can see it. It's right on my desk. But I was talking to New Local Austin on his stream on Wednesday to Thursday. I believe that's
like that.
And look at this little bottle. He's never tried the Co-op Magic Fish Feed, and so I made him a little squeeze bottle of it, and I put my sticker on it like it's mine. It's so cute. Funny. It's so little. I love cute little shit. But yeah, I have to remember to bring that to him at the CARES convention. If you don't make merch that says live, laugh, loach, I'm going to be so mad. Like, please do that.
I think
Well,
Jenna
I
has
will
decided any merch I ever make is going to be Live, Laugh, Loach. I love that so much.
even if it's like oh my gosh, you could make it exclusive, a limited run of Jodi-P merchandise. It could be yours.
Maybe someday.
Hashtag Live Laugh Loach. Please put that on like
I'm
every
going to leave the
short.
hashtag off because I just can't.
You have to. You have to. Please
Nope.
hashtag every short you ever make again of any Loach. Hashtag Live
Okay.
Laugh Loach.
Okay, I can do that.
Yes.
Remind me to do that.
I'm going to make, okay, so like I was telling you earlier, I was just messing around on Canva today. That's the only productivity that I did. I'm going to make a Live, Laugh, Loach little thing for the background, and I'm going to put it right underneath your little window.
I love it.
It's gonna
do too. That's so awesome, Jenna.
Jenna comes up with some very awesome shit. I love it.
Yes, she does.
That's why they pay her the big bucks, or I guess give her the most fish up. Like, what's the word? The word I'm looking for starts with an A. It's not accommodation. I don't know.
Accreditation.
I don't know.
That's not right either.
At like 2 o'clock in the
morning.
Morning. I apparently have nothing either, but like she gets a lot of credit, and that's why. Yeah. That's basically what I was trying to say.
Well, she should get a lot of credit. She does a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not asshole Jenna P. No. I'm trying to give you your flowers. Take them, lady. Let's see.
I do have to feed some kids here soon. It is 7 o'clock. It's like an hour and a half past when we normally eat. So.
Good grief! I didn't even realize it was that late.
I know. I hate to leave, but I also love my kids, and nobody likes angry children.
No. Plus, they're sick, so like, you have to. Maybe it'll make them feel better a little bit. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I guess that's it, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks for hanging out.
Same time, same place next week. If you care to join us again. Adios.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
Bum, bum, bum.